So the work package 5 on the open traceability platform is not actually for building anything, but it's for collecting all of these related things that you are all talking about now as well. I mean, all of you are somehow involving some digital technology, and so what are the connections between these? How can we ensure that all of these are interoperable and so forth? So this is what we are looking at in this work package, and the aim is to assess and to collect this landscape of technologies that we have. I mean, there's lots of open standards and data formats already existing. There's also at least proposals for data sharing infrastructure. So how is this all going to work in the background? But this is applied in different ways, and some are not really connected and so forth. And especially the semantic interoperability is an important aspect here. So we are looking both to develop an overview and assessment of existing standards and technologies, as well as looking at what is maybe missing on the ontology side or the modeling side to create this interoperability that we need. And I think I showed this picture some time ago in a similar meeting where just to say that the bottom part is we have all these standards and this infrastructure. We also have some initiatives that are working on this middle level here. There is some work on ontologies, for example, in the Onto the Side project that I coordinate, and of course also in some other projects, and we worked a bit on specifically on DPP ontologies as well, and there's some work in Jönköping on that and so forth. And we have all the work from the SIRPAS project that we heard about a little bit earlier. So there's all these proposals for infrastructure and platforms. And then there are some applications and demonstrations, of course, from our project. I just took some examples here of the textile demo that we just heard about and so forth. Of course, you're using some infrastructure to create this demo, and we are as well in the work with Ragn-Sells, and then we have other demonstrators from Onto the Side, for example. And the purpose of this work package is really to capture how this landscape looks like and see that what are the things we can learn, and what are the current things that are available and how are they used. And one thing that we talked about in the last WP5 meeting was actually the fact that we have maybe focused a lot on certain parts of I called it the DPP life cycle here. I don't know if that's the right term, but I chose that. But we talk a lot about the creation of a DPP. So how can we get all this data together and put it in there and so forth? But actually, a lot of other things are happening along the way once you have it. Maybe you need to have a backup storage for it. And what happens, like we heard just before with these data carriers. So how is the connection made between the digital, the data that resides somewhere and this data carrier and so forth? And at some point, someone needs to interact with this DPP, and how is that happening? What's the technology used for that? And DPPs may be updated, or one DPP is included in another because this product is now a component of something else and so forth. So there are all these things that may be happening along the way. And of course, this can be in the physical world, but we are looking on the digital side. And such infrastructure should also support all of these kinds of use cases along the way of the DPP. But more concretely, what we've done so far is that we've started a kind of webinar series on more technology-focused topics. We have great presentations in this forum, of course, but for those who are interested in a little bit more of the dig down into the technology, we try to do some webinars on that specifically. We've had two presentations in the spring from GS1 and from Aspect Systems about their infrastructure and standards. And there are some new presentations planned in the near future by RISE and IDC. And we, of course, want to have more of you from the project to present. So, for instance, if there's someone from the demonstrators that want to talk a little bit more about the technology infrastructure that you're using, for example, in your demonstrator in the project, we would be very happy to host that in the context of WP5. And we're also planning to invite some external presenters, for example, the ones that have created the solid-based platform that we're using in Onto the Side. And probably something on data spaces also as well as we go along. So we are collecting all this information about the technical landscape, and hopefully we are also contributing to demonstrators in the different work packages. I know we are in the collaboration with Ragn-Sells, but I'm happy to be mentioned also by the textile one. But although we didn't have so concrete interactions lately, maybe. I just want to also do a little bit of an advertisement for W3C community group. So W3C is the organization that creates standards for the web, and there are this concept of community groups there, which are open groups. So you don't have to be a member of the organization or anything. Anyone can create an account and join this. And the idea here was to take also this discussion about the technical standards and infrastructure and so on to the international level. So the group is just starting up, but feel free to create an account and join if you want to discuss the technical side, the digital side of things. And of course, we want more organizations from the project now to also join Work Package 5. We felt a little bit lonely with just 5-6 organizations, because I think that a lot more of you are using different platforms and doing these things, but maybe not yet involved in the work package. And as I said, we're not developing stuff, but we're trying to understand and get an overview of this landscape. So everyone is welcome to join. And if you send me an email, I'll invite you to the next meeting.